It's my honor to introduce to you Aron Ralston.
Congratulations, graduates. It is my deepest honor to join you here at your commencement from one of the greatest universities in the world. Yes. And still the only institution in America where you might overhear someone ask a man, "What are you wearing under that skirt?" To which he might reply, "A true Scotsman never tells!" As I departed my first career, I chose to quote a great Scotsman and leader of an early Himalayan expedition, William Hutchison Murray. Whatever you can do, or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, magic, and power in it. It was a bold step in my life. I was aligning my lifestyle to fit my values and passions. So what if I had to move into a house with 10 roommates and one bathroom that had more mold than the entire Donner basement? I was following my dreams. Less than a year later, in April of 2003, I hiked into a canyon in southern Utah where I accidentally dislodged a boulder that fell, crushing and trapping my right arm. Stuck in the bottom of a hole in the most remote desert in the entire United States, I actually turned to the analytical problem-solving skills that I had forged here at CMU. It's not hyperbole. Step one, define the problem. Well, okay, that was the easy part. There was this big rock. My next steps were to gather information, brainstorm solutions, prioritize them, and try one. By this iterative process, I refined my experience through day after day of struggle. To combat the hypothermia, I improvised clothing, wrapping myself in my climbing rope to keep myself warm. To mitigate the starvation and dehydration, I rationed my remaining food and water. And as for the sleep deprivation, no, come on. You know what a CMU alumnus calls 127 hours without sleep? Spring carnival. As time wore on, though, my resources dwindled, and over the 6 days that I was there, I lost 40 pounds. When my water ran out, I resorted to drinking my urine. When you think things have gotten bad, consider if you didn't have to drink your own urine today, maybe it's not so bad. Down in the canyon, to keep my spirits up, I would turn on my video camera and talk to my parents, my sister, my best friends. I discovered that in sharing my gratitude for the time that we had spent together, I felt their love buoy me. I've learned a profound lesson in this. When I was on the brink of death, I didn't eulogize myself via my life's accomplishments. Rather, I turned to my loved ones to say thank you. Life is not just about what you do or what you've achieved. It is about who you are, how you relate with others, how you love. At that moment, I realized I wasn't so much trapped by the boulder as I was trapped by the blade. How can I cut my arm off with a knife that's too dull to cut through the bone? And yet it leads me to my third piece of wisdom. If you're going to carry a knife, make sure it's sharp. I mean that in a literal sense, but also the figurative one. In a crisis, we have all sorts of resources, a collection of knives. And chief among them are our intellect and our relationships. Keep your wits sharp, your discipline honed, your loved ones close. On the morning of the 6th day, at the 127th hour, I solved the deadly riddle. It was my final brainstorm. I didn't have to use the knife to cut my bones. I could use the leverage of the boulder and break them. Very simple mechanics. And I did. With a smile on my face that grew and grew, I worked for an hour until at last I was free. In that final moment, I stepped out of my grave and into my life. Whatever you can do, or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, magic, and power in it.